Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today, I'm so sorry. First thing, I just want to say I'm so sorry that I haven't uploaded any video for the past 2 weeks because I was terribly busy with my work, my stuff. So I need to sort out a lot of things, work thing, house thing, partner thing, and all this stuff. So I am really busy even after the Pride on the 20th. So I still got 2 more videos, which is I haven't uploaded yet. I haven't even edited the video yet. So that's how busy I am. Okay, so I just want to talk you through something today. Okay, so on tomorrow actually, I got the interview for VLM. To be a cabin crew, senior cabin crew. So what I'm going to do today, I just want to talk through what actually I prepare to go for an interview in terms of the attire, the research, what actually I do for the research and everything, the look for interview tomorrow. But on tomorrow I will tell you guys what is it exactly, how do I groom myself and everything, how do I choose the colors, how I make the first impression, I mean like wow, or like something good. People will see you and then they will think like, oh wow, the grooming is good, it looks pleasant. So I'm just going to talk you through that, but that is for tomorrow, which is grooming. Obviously I'm not going to wear today, just wash my shirt for tomorrow. And also tomorrow I was thinking I'm going to wear blue, all blue from head to toe, from my trousers, shirt, my tie. Then I will show you through. I will show you what is exactly how I mix and match, you know, all the colors and the patterns and everything. Okay, so at first, let's go to the my living room. So I'm just gonna show it to you guys how can you guys do the research and how to do the research. What is it exactly I prepare to go for cabin crew interview. I know it's been a while since I resigned from Qatar Airways, and this is kind of like my second one to go for an interview for cabin crew. There's something like, sometimes of course you tend to forget something because you are human, so you're not really a robot, which is you can remember and storage everything. But I try my best to tell you guys what is exactly I prepare for tomorrow. I'm really excited, I'm nervous. So if you don't know what is the airlines, is actually the airlines I'm going to interview tomorrow is the Flyvlm. So it's kind of like small airlines. It's based in Antwerp, which is in Belgium, and then they only operate I think Fokker 50 and 1320 they have right now. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but it says in the email that it will take the whole day process. So yeah, that's it really. And then I'm just got my laptop over here, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what exactly I prepare and how do I prepare my research and everything really. Okay, let's take you guys with me. The first thing that I always do before any interview, doesn't matter cabin crew interview or any kind of job interview, I always do the research. So the research, it is very important. Because why? Because we don't know what kind of the company going to ask you. Maybe they're going to ask you the background of the company. Maybe they're going to ask you what is the achievement the company have. Maybe they're going to ask you like what kind of a fleet do they operating, and then where's the hubs, where's the founders, when is it, lots of things that you guys have to expect it from the interviewer. So what I suggest is you guys have to do complete research. So like what I did, normally I'll just read through all the airlines background, the founder, which year, and what is the hub of the airlines, and then what kind of operation they have, and also the headquarters, where is the headquarters, or what kind of fleet they operating. Like maybe like Flyvlm right now for tomorrow, my interview, they basically operating a Fokker 50, and also at A320 they got one. And then how many destinations that they go currently, Flyvlm just go like probably 11 or 9 destination, which is across the UK and also nearby Belgium. So it's not much, but this is little tiny information that you guys have to know, because you don't know, you know, what is going to happen tomorrow. So be sure and be prepared for yourself. That is very, very important. So, and then the tips number 2 for tomorrow, for myself actually. So I always ask myself, put a question into yourself. So ask yourself. So obviously, because I am ex cabin crew, so I'm not predict that they're gonna ask me like so many questions, because as they know like I am ex cabin crew, so they probably know like what I'm doing and everything. So it doesn't have to go to the basic question where when I went for interview in for Qatar Airways, which is you have to be more extra prepared because you are not cabin crew that time. I wasn't cabin crew that time, so I put more effort to it. So do lots of research, and then how to manage my word, and then English and everything. So you guys have to do that as well. And for tomorrow, what I expected, I just maybe expected they're gonna ask me about the company background basically. So maybe they want to ask more about how do I know about VLM, how do I you know, how many destinations they have and all this stuff. I always question myself. I always ask myself, okay, how many destinations, what is when is it founded, and then what is the hub of the Flyvlm. So all these question they might ask. So this is what I prepare for myself. And then apart from that, I mean, like, I'm not saying like, okay, because ex cabin crew, it might be easier for me, but I'm just gonna say like it's not gonna be easier, but it's gonna be in the middle. So I am fully confident, not like fully confident I'm gonna get the job. No, I am fully confident that I can arrange it myself, and then put myself into the interview, and then do my best. That's what I want to say. Just do my best. But I'm a little bit concerned about my temporary ID in Belgium, which is I don't know if they will accept it or they wouldn't accept it, or maybe it's going to be another case. So that is my main concern for tomorrow. And then apart from that, the cabin crew is always a cabin crew, and then do the same job thing. Just a different type of aircraft you're operating, and then it's going to be a different training for that, for Fokker 50. And then apart from do the research, and I also prepare myself for grooming. So I know exactly how to groom myself for tomorrow. I plan everything for myself for tomorrow. So what type of color do I'm gonna wear for tomorrow, because right now in Belgium is spring and summer, so it's kind of like in between, so it's not hot or it's not too cold, so it's just pleasant. So for tomorrow, I'm just thinking like I might put on something very cold color, which is like a blue. So what I plan is like I want to just tidy up my hair, and then make it really neat, and also just present yourself as a business attire. So I'm just gonna wear a tie for tomorrow, and then as well as the blue shirt, light blue shirt, and then dark blue trousers. So that's what my plan for tomorrow. So but I'm gonna show to you guys tomorrow my grooming and how I done my hair, and little much everything about grooming that I'm gonna show to you guys. And also I'm gonna update you guys on the interview day, which is on that building itself, if I can record on there. And then also maybe I'm gonna tell you guys the further details after the interview, if I get the job or if I didn't get the job. So my hope is actually 50-50, so that's why I'm saying like my main concern is actually my temporary ID. I don't know if they will accept it or they don't accept it, so that is only my main concern. But I'm gonna tell you guys a bit more further tomorrow, so we'll see if I get it. But from what they said on the email, they say like the interview is gonna take the whole day, so I'm actually taking days off for tomorrow just for this job, for this interview. So we'll see if I get it. So this is my second time to be a cabin crew again, to be honest, is I mean like being in QR is something different. You exposed to the different kind of nationality, but then now in Belgium, people talking lots of Dutch and French as well. So that is gonna bring something new for me. We'll see if that is gonna be a barrier for me to be a cabin crew in here. So I don't know. So we'll see for tomorrow. What is the answer and about everything about the interview. I'm just gonna explain to you guys everything about the interview. If I get the interview, if I didn't get the interview for tomorrow, I will definitely tell you guys. So yeah, I think it's not bad to be a cabin crew here. I would love to be a cabin crew again because flying is just caught my heart since I flew with QR to be a cabin crew, and then since then I resigned, continue pursuing my life with my partner, and then to be a cabin crew is always in my heart. So I'm really looking forward for tomorrow interview. Okay, so that's it for right now. Do some research, thinking about tomorrow, and then question yourself, and then be prepared for any kind of question they might ask you for tomorrow. So that is very important. That's it basically. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning after I done get ready and everything. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, hello guys, welcome back to this video, and then this is the next day after I recorded the video yesterday. So obviously I couldn't record this week because my partner was sleeping, so I don't want to make any noise, so make sure I have to make sure that. And then but then I decided to record the video after the interview. So I just got home. Obviously it's raining outside, so it's been a good day. So I will tell you what is my experience interview for Flyvlm and okay, so I'm going to preview, but first I'm going to show you what is my outfit for interview. So this is very important for me because going for interview, you don't want anything striking, you don't want anything or color doesn't look pleasant, so you just want something like really nice and then pleasant to look. Okay, so I picked the outfit to be very simple, not much color, only one tone color, which is blue. So what I did here, so if you can see, so this is hello camera. So this is my camera. So alright, so if you see here, so I picked a navy blue tie, and then ocean blue or sky blue shirt, and also this is my belt is actually black. There's no striking, and as well as if you see my trousers, my shoes all black, same color with my belt, and then my trousers is blue. So this is like one tone color, so this is like one tone color, so all blue. It looks nice, it looks pleasant, so it looks very you know, convenient and nice to see, and they what could I say, like it looks nice. So if the interviewer show you like this kind of dress, so it looks really nice and pleasant for interview. It doesn't look like striking. Don't wear any striking color or shirt. Make sure for guys and for girl, make sure you just wear something safe, black, gray, or dark blue or dark gray, something like pleasant, so something look formal. So this is what I picked for today's outfit. So if you guys can see, it looks very nice, pleasant. It doesn't look too striking, so it just look nice, and people will feel like, oh, really cool, really warm color, like no warm feeling, and then cold color. So that's what I want to say. So if you guys see, so it looks very nice. So this is what is my outfit for today. And then I have my cuffling shirt, make sure, because I love cuffling shirt, and then my watch. As accessory, you can pick any different color, it doesn't matter, but make sure it's not something striking color. So make sure that. And this is my hair as well. So my hair, I did my hair is actually long until here, but then today I did of course just slightly up my hair, and then if you can see, the hair is look neat, tidy, it looks pleasant again to see, and then for them to see the details and everything. Make sure your hair is tidy and neat. That is very important. Okay, and this is all about my outfit, so I'm going to explain to you guys about the interview. So let's go. Alright, hello guys. Okay, sorry, I have to say, so the last clip is quite noisy because there's sound inconvenience. Okay, so then I have to record it again. Obviously I take it off my tie, my cuffling is gone. Okay, so I have to record it again. So this is my second time recording. God. Okay, What did I say? Okay, I actually do tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys about the about the interview on today's interview for Flyvlm. So as you see, I just got this. This is my name tag actually, Flyvlm. Do you guys see it? Yeah. So this is my name tag for today's interview. All right. So what did I say earlier? Actually, I briefed you guys through my outfit. All right. So I'm gonna talk about the interview session. Okay. So the interview session actually, the first thing I got there at 8 o'clock this morning. It was a hassle for me to get there because I went to the wrong train and got to another place, and I have to come back quickly and run to the place, and then I managed to get there on time at 8 o'clock to be precise. And then but I'm still have to wait for like half an hour for them to get ready on that day for the interview where it's actually ready for us. And then after that we've been called to go to the kind of like a small conference room, and then in that conference room we've been briefing about the company, about the salary wise, about the which fleet that they're going to operate by the end of September and October. They actually told us that they're gonna have the A330 by the end of the September or October, and they're gonna tell us the result after I mean like next week. That's what we've been told. Next week we will get the result for the interview today. Alright, okay. So the first thing we'll be briefing about all the company background, and then after that we've been given a task. So the first task on the first stage. So why I'm sharing this with you guys? Okay, this is kind of like general cabin crew interview question. So they're gonna ask you this kind of thing. Okay, so the same process, but it's just different method, a different way they done it. So it could be the group first, could be measurement first, it could be this thing first, or it could be anything. So I don't know exactly, but I'm sharing you guys my experience today, what I've been through today. So at first we gonna for me I have to do we have to do the public announcement, which is public announcement but focusing on the duty-free magazine that you have to sell on board, and as well as the food and drink that you have to maybe sell, or maybe it's given free, included the ticket, I don't know. But that is the main two things that you have to be that you have to focusing on the PA. So this is a piece of paper that I wrote all my PAs in here, so I can read through and you guys can get some ideas how do I wrote my PA for today's interview. So it has to be not too long, not too short, because when you create a short PA and then when you read it, it's going to be really short. So because when you're nervous, when you read through something, everything is come very quick, like boom, 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 and then it lasts for, you might think like this long of script might think lasts for maybe 50 seconds, but once you nervous, so you tend to read through very fast, and then maybe it lasts for like 2 seconds. You know, you never know. So for me, it's better to create the script. For me, like I create the script not too long, not too short, so half page is just fine. Okay, so I'm going to read through what actually I've been writing for the PA. So this is my PA basically. So I use my previous experience to kind of like take some words from them, and then okay, so this is the script. Okay, so my script is good morning ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ahmad Farahman Azri. I'm your cabin supervisor on today's flight. Together with me is flight deck crew, it's Mr. Michael and First Officer Mrs. Jane. We are welcome you on board on today's flight VLM 003 bound to the UK. This flight will take approximately 1 hour and 50 minutes, and the outside temperature currently 21 degrees Celsius. We are also invited you to visit our duty-free catalog, which is available in your seat pocket. Looking for present or something souvenir for your loved one, we in Flyvlm offered you a variety of jewelries, perfume, watches, and souvenir for you to take home. We will be serving you food and drink in about 10 minutes. The menu is available in the seat pocket, or yeah, in the seat pocket or in the flight entertainment system, which is available in front of you. We hope you will enjoy on today's flight with us. In the meantime, please sit, relax, and enjoy our hospitality on board. We're wishing you a good flight and thank you. So that's what I wrote. Okay, so make sure I very focusing about two things: duty free, as what they said, and the food and drink. The timing of food and drink will be delivered, so passengers want to know when, what time, how many minutes. They don't want to wait too long, they don't want to wait too short, so they wanted to know how long you've been prepared the food. So that's what I'm saying. So and then in duty free, I chose the word like very cheesy word at the first place. I said looking for present or souvenir for your loved one. So that is a very cheesy word. But then afterward, I put a very formal business line word, which is I put in um, we in Flyvlm as a crew. Like it's pleasant to hear like we in Flyvlm offered you this extra what we offered on board on the plane. So that is the two things that you guys have to put on the script. So that's how I created my script on today's interview, and of course alhamdulillah I make it to the next level. So the next level after that is the group session. So the group activities, I'm going to tell you guys briefly what is actually we done in the group activity. So the group activity, we've been selected like four of us in the group, and then we entered the room, and then we've been given one scenario, which is the scenario is you went for holiday and the cruise, and then the cruise got sunk, and then sunk in the ocean, and then you swam to the nearest beach, and then you hunting for the food. So what is actually equipment that you have to take along with you to kind of like survive and hunting for food? Okay, and then look for helps as well. So again, using my experience in QR, so I've been through the training and everything. So the same thing we did on board of the plane, or if I want to say if that thing happens, so how do you survive? So I use my experience in QR, and then adapted to today's activities, and then I told them keys of survival is a shelter, and then food and drink, and then so on, so on, so on. So we manage, and then we've been talking very good as a team. We communicate, and then in this activity they actually wanted to see how do you guys be a good listener, how do you guys listen. Okay, my tips is how I listen carefully they all their opinions, and then they and then we accumulate all the information that they all have been given, and then we finalize it. So there's no kind of like kind of like, how do you say, like dominant to the team. So we're not there to be a leader, or we're not there to be something like leadership. So we are there as a team, so we work as a team. If you crash or something happened to you on the plane, so you have to work as a team. So that's what they want to see. How can you be a good listener? How can you adapt the situation? How can you get all the information and then finalize it? How do you talk? How do you manage the stress between colleague arguing with you, those kind of things. So they really wanted to see. And then after that, one of us been questioned from them. So like me, I've been questioned like how do you think when you communicate to the among your colleagues, did you find difficult or did you find easy? My answer is I found that is very easy, and then we try to listen each and every one opinion, and then afterward we accumulate all the information and finalize it. And then there's no such thing as a like a leadership or whatever, but we work as a team. That is very important. If it's something of a problem occur on board, so we have to work as a team and finalize it as a team. So that is very important to get someone opinion. So that's what my answer is. So you guys can get a rough idea how I sort out the this kind of activity. What is my answer? My like my words, choice of word and everything. So the choice of sentence. So you guys can get a rough idea how to manage this thing. So you guys can get like what is actually they wanted to see in this group activity. They want you guys to be a good listener, be informative, and then you guys finalize it. So they want to see that. They don't want to see that people arguing. They don't want to see like, oh, I don't want to do that, because they don't want to see that. They want to see how do you manage as a team. So that's what you want to see. Conversation, Okay, your communication is very important among your colleague. Make sure it is very clear. So that's what they want to see. Okay, and then afterward, after each and every one being questioned from the interviewer, and then after everyone be questioned from the interviewer, and then we got a lunch break for an hour, not an hour, it's actually 45 minutes, and then afterward is a one-to-one interview. So the one-to-one interview, it is very important because this is where they are examination you. So like me, what I did today, so the first thing, one-to-one interview, they asked me that I have to brief through my CV. So I have to brief through my CV, my experience. What do I got on my experience CV? I used to fly for QR, say, and extra, etc., etc. I say I used to be in the customer service industry for more than 5 years, and then I managed to tackle the situation on board of the plane, sort out the problem on board of the plane, make sure passenger feel happy, and then all the stuff. And then I share my experience with them. My first experience that I share with them, which is there's one Jordanian customer passengers which is have a problem on ground, and then he came on board, and then I was there. So I came to them, yeah, to him to greet, because he's the I mean, like, he's the like a frequent flyer in QR. And then once I started approaching him, and then he shouted at me at that time, and then I felt, of course, you feel upset, you feel like goosebump, you feel like, oh, why me, you know, this is not a good day. So I told them that I managed to solve the problem. I told them I'd be a good listener, empathize first, and then we in the meanwhile, you are listening what is the problem. So you in your brain, in your mind, you playing that, okay, how can I solve this problem. So I told them what I did is, like, I be a listener, and then I listen to him, empathize to him, and then make him like wait for a while. And then I went to my supervisor and my other colleagues to get their opinion, and then came back to him, and then tell them that we already called the ground staff in Doha to make sure taking care of you on the next flight, and then make sure you got everything you need in Doha. So on that day, uh, so basically they wanted to know how I solved the problem. So that is kind of like big problem for me. And then I told them at the end of the flight, and the passengers came back to me and then apologized for his action aggressively to me. So I said that is a good thing, you know, like people came back to you and apologize after they done something really good, really bad to you. Okay, so that's what I told them. And then I briefed them through my experience in QR, what kind of fleet that I operated in Doha. So I told the Airbus and Boeing, obviously, and then my previous experience as a supervisor in the Laura Ashley company, as well as my experience right now. I've been working in Avia Partners, so all this experience that I told them. And then they also asked me about the what is my strength. So I told them my strength is to solve the customer problem. I believe at the end of the day, you have to mention business is business. Doesn't matter what product you have on board. So you don't want to lose a ticket price for one passenger, which is 600 euros. But but then you can give whatever on board that you have, maybe in premium economy, premium, or maybe a business class. If you can give a business class food for like 20 euro cost, why you should lose a customer which is pay a ticket for 600, right? So at the end of the day, it's a business thing. So I told them customer is very, very important to us, and then especially us as a cabin crew, we stand in the front line, which is a check-in counter, of course, definitely a front line, and then a cabin crew front line on board us, which is giving the hospitality to our customer and provide them whatever they need. So that is very, very important. So that's what I briefed to them. And also and then the tricky question, they asked me why VLM. So they said, why Flyvlm? So that is very tricky question. Every company, if you go for interview, they're gonna ask you why you want to work for us, why you want to work for us. So you have to be prepared for this. So they asked me why VLM. So I told them being in QR is such a great experience for me, being in such a 5-star airline, big organization. But I said, while I'm in the Europe, I say to be a part of the Flyvlm organization is going to be a good career future development for me. And I believe I can use all my previous experience as a cabin crew when I was in QR, and I can brought a good thing in this company, and then uh, give them a good thing in the future, and then together we make the business better and better in the future. So that's what I told them. So make sure you pick a certain word which is a correct word, a correct sentence. You know, practice it at home. So what sentence do you guys have to put in? Make sure you guys question yourself, like I told yesterday, question yourself a lot, and then try to answer by your own self this kind of question. And then they said that's it pretty much. And then we talked through about the weakness and the strength I told you. And then the weakness, I told them my weakness is money management and all the stuff. So you know, you must thinking like, okay, strength and weakness, so it must be both, like both should be together. If they ask you a strength, so you might think, you have to think like, okay, what is my weakness straight away. So make sure you be ready for that, weakness and strength, and then why this company you want to work, and then share your experience, a good or bad experience, so that they want to see how do you tackle this situation. That is very important. And then that's it for today, because that's it for today on my interview, because the result will be in next week, they said. So next week I'll get the result if I manage to get through to the next level. But the training will be in September or October. So those who are experienced will be trained in 2 weeks, and those who not will be trained for 4 weeks. So depending on the time and the schedule and all, like etc etc. So I'm not sure. So I will tell you guys what is the result next week if I got the result. I hope it's a good news, finger crossed. So I giving my best today. I briefed them everything, so everything that they wanted to know about my experience I told them. So yeah, that's it pretty much. And then yeah, and also one question, because they are very concerned about the duty free. How do you sell on board, because you got commission 9% if you sell anything on board of the Flyvlm. And then they asked me like, okay, how do you sell something on board and everything, so how can we improve to sell something on board. So what I told them is okay, we need to have a machine. So because we want passenger or customer to feel convenience for them to pay, because we don't want them to have a manual thing, you know, credit card thing, and then all the stuff. So it's kind of like hassle. So when they feel hassle on board of the flight, they will feel like, oh, I can't be bothered to buy because it's hassle, you know. So I told them we should have a machine, payment machine. So it's easily, if they want something, we just slot the card and then payment done. And at the end of the day, airline gets the money. We got the commission. So make passenger feel convenience and practical and easy for them. So then they feel like, oh, it's easy to buy, you know, like something I got whatever I want, and halas, I'm done. So if they got whatever they want, they will feel happy. So that is like kind of like psychology when people on board of a plane, and then when they are grumpy about something, you know, this is normal. So that's what I told them. Improve the payment system on board of the plane. So that's what we want. We want more business if we get the machine, and then everything is going to be quicker and then easier just for passenger and customer. So that's what I told them. So that is actually things that I've done today. So yeah, so that's it pretty much. So I hope you guys enjoy and get something from today's video. I will see you guys maybe next time. I'm quite busy. I know it's been a while. I haven't uploaded anything, any video on my YouTube channel. But thank you for all my supporters. Thank you for all the subscribers. I wish you guys have a good day. And then those people who celebrate Ramadan and Eid for tomorrow, I wish you guys a happy Ramadan and Selamat Hari Raya for tomorrow. And have a good month. Have a good day for tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.